4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Young and the Restless. I'm Andrew.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Nick.
And today we were going to do a draft, but then we realized the draft is still going on, so we're currently watching the Raw draft as doing this episode.
And if you notice anything different, it's nighttime, so we have lights. We are running a whole new system here, so I don't think we'll have any technical difficulties. It feels very good.
And we're watching Raw.
Yeah. What's supposed to be a draft, but is now just Charlotte and Becky. I guess they're going to talk about how they're both champions.
Maybe, I don't know, it's Queen Charlotte. Do you think she's going to win the Queen of the Ring thing or the Queen's Crown thing?
Tournament?
Yeah.
I got my money on Liv.
Yeah, I think it's going to be someone like that they're just going to start pushing.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
I hope so.
I also love that they're bringing back the King of the Ring tournament because that is like my favorite jam, like the King of the Ring.
Well, haven't they been doing it for a while? I mean, I guess like Baron Corbin was probably the last one, right?
Yeah, and then he's had that for
Nakamura just stole the crown, right?
Yeah. So Baron Corbin,
yeah.
He was like the last one. I also don't really like the whole like when you win the King of the Ring, you're like king, insert name here. Like Stone Cold was probably the best King of the Ring winner because he was just like Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
Yeah, I don't like how they put it like as King Booker, King Baron. Like I like
King
it when it's
Owen.
just like King of the Ring winner 2002 or whatever.
I always liked it a lot when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't care about a tournament anymore, but still, I don't know, because I still think tournaments are cool.
Yeah, tournaments are like the coolest shit. Like that's what they should have done with NXT is like used like the older guys and the younger guys to kind of elevate, that type of thing. I also watched the Cruiserweight Classic. I watched both Mae Young Classics. Like those
I
were
did
great.
watch those.
Like,
Those were sick.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not doing shit like that anymore.
Because fucking AEW opened up that fucking forbidden door and snagged them all. Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I was reading about Jim Ross earlier today, and I was just like,
Barbecue sauce.
nah, he's had a sad life, man. His wife got like into a car accident and like
This was years ago.
Yeah, it was like brain dead, and then they pulled her off, and then she died like 2 days later on life support. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, but he's been super sad about it for years.
Oh yeah, and then it like acted up his Bell's palsy, and that's why he was gone for like a couple of months.
Oh, that can like his Bell's palsy. Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
Bell's
he was Bell's palsy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's probably distress.
Yeah, because the stress causes it to
Yeah.
activate more. So.
Anyway, let's get
yeah,
back on a
yeah,
positive
Yeah,
note.
let's get back onto the podcast. Yeah. So.
Well, maybe not even a positive note. You said AE viewership is down?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
Yeah, so AEW, according to Sean Ross Sapp, as reported by Ringside News, is AEW Rampage viewership is tanking fast. As according to Sean's tweet, according to the Fast national numbers, which weren't publicly available, AEW Rampage did 594,000 viewers with a 316,000 in the demo, landing at a 0.24 rating in the demo. Final number won't be out till Monday, and Fast Nationals are rarely made available to us. So,
But 500.
so 594,000 viewers watched.
That's really bad.
And then 316,000 were in that 18 to 49 demographic. So Dynamite's normally around like 900,000. yeah, like they broke a million a couple of times.
Wasn't Rampage kind of inflated because of the Punk thing for a
Yeah.
while? So that probably.
I also feel like
died out.
we were talking too. Like sometimes you just need a day off from wrestling. Like
I mean, you're doing other shit.
yeah, and then
know?
also like it's on at 10 o'clock. It ends at 11. Last week's ended at 12. So
Yeah,
like
that was fucking late.
I'm
dude.
34 years old. Like I go to bed at like 11 o'clock. Like
I'm in bed at 9.
yeah. So
and like, yeah, fuck, I hate to say it on a wrestling podcast, but you really do need a break. You need a day to like process everything that's happened during the week. And like Fridays are my days to like watch movies with my fiance and shit. Like I
Especially
need a day.
Friday nights at like 10. Most people in that age group are not watching TV. They're out doing other things.
they're out
if
partying.
If you
Yeah.
think about it, like that's why ECW on on Sci-Fi failed because that was on at like 9 o'clock on a Friday night when people are out. Like I got back into wrestling because I was playing a show at a bar and they happened to have it on in the corner in like 2007, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, ECW.
It's also just a hard time for a lot of sports. I mean, you have college football, NFL, playoff baseball.
NHL just started.
So, like, there's a lot of shit that other people are doing right now.
Yeah.
So do you think
School just started, too, which probably not a...
Oh, yeah, that probably hurt them.
It probably hurt.
Yeah.
Do you think they just shouldn't even have Rampage? Or do you think it's worth it for the network to keep it?
Well, they're moving to TBS, which is cool, but like if
just Rampage, or
I feel like they're just they said that they're just moving Rampage, and then they might move Dynamite over there because TNT has the NBA, so that they won't have to delay or time shift stuff. So I feel like, I mean, as a self-proclaimed like AEW superfan, like a guy that was there at the first fucking show, like I mean, I feel like, you know,
is there much of a change? TNT and TBS are both cable, right? So you would have to.
Yeah, and they're both Turner things, like, you know.
So if you have TNT, you have TBS. What the hell fuck's the difference?
I guess maybe just keeping track of where it is.
Yeah, like I feel like they did a good job of it when they did like switch it over to TBS during NBA, where like when SmackDown was going up against like the MLB, like they were just like, hey, we're going to Fox Sports for like 3 weeks, and like said it once, and then everybody was just like, where's SmackDown? Why are the Seattle Mariners playing? Like,
yeah, because TBS randomly has playoff games too, so it's weird.
Yeah, so it's the Atlanta Braves. Yeah.
Well, they'll do.
Oh, they do other stuff too.
They'll do MLB playoff games.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the baseball guy. I'm the hockey guy.
I did. I don't think you guys watched it, but Roads to the Top, which is the new reality show. I liked it, but I also like Cody Rhodes. You don't like Cody Rhodes.
I hate Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. So
wasn't MJF like, go fuck yourself, or like he's like, hey, congratulations on your baby, go fuck yourself, or something like that. Like,
yeah, he's just carrying on his persona. The only really weird part of it is Jade Cargill is like inserted in every scene with Brandy Rhodes to be like, hey, this we have this up and coming star.
We have this protege. Like,
yeah, they're really kind of trying to shove her down people's throats. I don't know.
Is it like Total Divas? I never watched Total Divas. But
it's for the women.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, like, you know, other people like Miz and Mrs. Like, I watched that for a little bit, but like the thing is like,
is Jeff Hardy coming down?
Hold on, what's going on?
So wait, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy just came down to the ring after being announced by Sonya Deville and whatever the bald asshole is.
Oh, so he's drafted to Raw. Congratulations, you're still on the same fucking show.
I don't think they've. I don't think they've done anything in the draft yet.
Well, they did the stuff on Talking Smack afterwards, but we're getting distracted here. But it's a United States Championship.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. This will be good. Damian Priest, Jeff Hardy, okay?
I like Damian Priest more and more lately.
Yeah.
I fucking hated him before. I don't know what happened. One day I was like, this guy's actually pretty good.
But back to Rose to the Top, like, for me personally, like, as somebody that like reads dirt sheets and like is very involved in like the backgrounds of wrestling, I don't need to watch a reality show like that. Like we said, like, being on a wrestling podcast, you probably couldn't say it, but like every now and then, like, I just need to take a break. And I feel like because of all the wrestling and stuff, that's why I watch it all in like one day and like knock it all out and just like, thank God for 90-minute Raw, thank God for 1 hour NXT, thank God for pirated AEW
1.25 speed.
1.25 speed, you know? But
that's what, if we ever have shirts made, that'll be yours. 1.25 speed, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll go through like a week or two where I won't watch anything, and I'll just kind of catch up on it when I can.
Yeah, like that. There was a while there when I didn't have cable, I didn't have any means to like pirate anything or anything, and I just watched like the YouTube recaps that like Wrestle Talk and like What Culture would do. And I feel like because I did do that, I did fall into that whole, like, no pun intended, but that whole cult of personality of, like, these guys say it's shit, so this is shit. And, like, just didn't watch it. And then, like, I popped on Raw one night, like, when I finally got cable again, and I was just like, it's actually pretty good. Like,
yeah, it's not horrible.
But this was also, like, 4 years ago. Like,
so how do you keep up with it? Because you take breaks from watching it.
Yeah.
How do you get your news? Because you don't like dirt sheets.
I'll look up who won and lost if
yeah.
I care.
Oh, you'll find like a recap or something.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I mean yeah, that's cool. I mean Bleacher Report does those recaps, which are pretty good, where they break down all the big things. It's not like when you're watching like a 5-minute.
But also, I feel like a lot of it, I mean, you can kind of just tell where their storyline's going. Like, I don't have to watch every week to be like, I know that this is leading up to this at the pay-per-view. Like, most of the shit's not going to change.
Yeah.
I also feel like the other thing too is like where AEW having the 4 quarterly pay-per-views is like very cost effective for the consumer.
I will say that I did pirate the last couple of AEW pay-per-views, but I have paid for them.
Yeah.
So, like, I will give my money to something that's good.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I feel like it's almost kind of like a double-edged sword where, like, it is cost-effective and it helps prolong storylines. But at the same time, maybe a prolonged storyline isn't great because then you have so much other talent that's not being used, and you can kind of, like, kickstart other things, but you're prolonging this storyline for months on months to get somewhere.
I feel like that's the
I
big
didn't
complaint
think
with AEW is that they're kind of that older WWE mentality where like these are our big guys, we're pushing them, and then everybody else is on YouTube. Where like I feel like yes, like having YouTube is like their like version of NXT, like their feeder system, like getting people like TV ready and all that. But like you also have to realize like AEW is 2.5 years old. Like it's not.
I wonder what their viewership's like on YouTube.
It's pretty big.
Really?
Like honestly, like
I never watched Dark or Elevation. I know you do.
They're very good at like scheduling it. So for example, like Dark comes on Mondays at 7, and it's usually between an hour and 90 minutes. There was a problem there for me where it was like during the pandemic where it was like a 3-hour show, and I was like, I don't need to watch like Lance Archer destroying a 19-year-old boy for 3 hours. Like
That's kind of just being cocky too. That's saying like, "Oh, our product's so good, you're gonna want it for 9 hours a week." Like,
yeah, and I'm just like, no,
you don't even want like fucking Lost 9 hours a week or Game of Thrones. I guess that's not.
I just started Sopranos and I watched it for 8 hours yesterday.
Sopranos is great. I need to watch Many Saints of Newark.
I'm blasting through Sopranos to do that. So the newest episode of Dark just debuted an hour ago. It's 51 minutes long and it has 32,000 views. Last week's episode is 351,000 views.
Oh, that's pretty insane.
And it's
on
an hour
YouTube.
and 12 minutes, yeah, on YouTube. But I mean, that's what, like when NWA Power came back, like Nick and I were all about it because one, it was on YouTube, and two, it was like had that old studio feel.
I mean, I also don't think AEW needs to have the viewership that WWE has to still be competitive.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
like
get
I'm
that. I
totally
agree.
like a quality over quantity, and I feel like that's like the thing is like for me like WWE's just ran shit into the ground so often, or like they'll just lose interest of somebody after a little bit and just drop them. Where like AEW, even though like they're like, okay, this isn't working, what can we do to swap it out?
And it's also centered around a certain fan. Like my friend Kyle, for example, probably won't ever watch AEW. He knows about AEW, but he's like that casual fan who likes WWE, and he's like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah, like has
like,
Peacock.
Like I
might
don't
watch the
like.
pay-per-view.
I'm fine with just watching this. I don't need to oversaturate myself.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't love wrestling. Like AEW is like that diehard wrestling fan.
Yeah, I feel like the AEW, like that's why the Wednesday Night Wars was
Mm-hmm.
like such a big deal for like the 10
Yeah.
months it happened, because you had the same key demographic going
Yeah.
after each other, where like, and you put it perfectly, like AEW is more that like indie guy that goes to like every indie show and like watches AEW and is like, oh, these storylines, but then at the same time, like somebody like me who isn't necessarily in that same boat and like loves AEW. I love AEW more for like the nostalgia pops, and like also like just being like, oh, this is really cool that like the CM Punk match when they did the throwback to the Bret Hart match, and then when Eddie Kingston came and ran out and covered John Moxley, that was a throwback to the FWM. Thank you, Dark Side of the Ring, for teaching me that. Like that when Okita came out and.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so like
I'm
stuff-
one behind on Dark Side, so
Oh, dude, this
Yeah.
newest episode is so it went by really quickly.
Well,
but it,
that's why I didn't like the match, because it was exactly the
Terry Funk,
match.
Okita,
Yeah, the very
or Onita, sorry.
yeah
Onita.
the very first exploding ring match. But but like all those things,
Mhm.
that's a 10% of people that watch
Yeah.
wrestling. So like,
Yeah, like-
I don't think AEW needs to have the viewership because the people like it's such a casual like thing. Like some people just turn it on and be like, I kind of like wrestling. It's on. I'm gonna watch it.
I also feel like it's so ingrained in American pop culture that like when you think of wrestling, you don't think of
You think of
Impact.
WWE.
You think of WWE. Like you're
Well, this
like,
is the Disney of fucking wrestling,
they might
right?
get bought by Disney. I don't know.
I mean,
Like,
AEW is like the Universal Studios. Like, it's a little cooler. It's a little more adult. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look at the audience here, it's a lot of kids. There's no kids at AEW. Like, children.
there was that one kid that dressed up like Orange Cassidy. That was
That
very
was pretty
cute.
cool. He was
but-
the one kid in the place, so they brought him in the ring.
Yeah, but and then the other thing too with AEW, like or wrestling, casual wrestling and non-casual wrestling that we need is like Impact exists and New Japan exists and AAA exists, and it's like I just recently got into Impact because of AEW. Like, but where like I would watch it in the past, like because I came home, it was Thursday night, it was on. Like
I don't think I'll ever understand the appeal of Impact.
I don't get it.
it's
I can't
just,
watch
like,
it.
Everyone has creative control of themselves, and it's like, you want to wrestle tonight? Fuck it, and that's and like it. Nothing makes sense, and it's cool for the guys and girls there. Like they get paid something. It's not great,
I
but
think
it's
they
something.
get paid like $40,000 a year.
It's less than that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, top guys get something, but like, most people get like a $20,000, $25,000
like an
contract.
NXT
Yeah.
salary type deal. Like,
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you're free to do whatever. But like you show up, you get put on TV, and you help get seen by the big dogs.
And you can sell your own shit on ProWrestlingTees.com.
yeah.
Like,
So like it's cool, but like I don't see as for a viewer what they get out
or
of it.
even like for example, like Donald, like when we went to Ring of Honor, he knew everything. He's like a huge fan of Danhausen, where I'm just like, I DVR it and sometimes I watch it when I run out of shit to watch, like that type of stuff. Like that like there is so much wrestling, but like we keep repeating and stuff. Like you don't need to watch it all. Like you just need, and if you don't fucking like it, you don't like it, and that's cool too. Like, and it's also like healthy to take breaks from stuff. Like you don't, like.
I wonder if there's any podcasts that are strictly Ring of Honor.
There has to be.
I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere.
There's some smart
Well-
podcast that has like it's like our level like 10 viewers like that type of stuff, like, but at the same time, like there is a crowd for it.
So what's next on the list?
Okay, next on the list we have WWE's defense for not telling superstars about draft choices.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Okay, so WWE didn't let superstars know about their placements during the 2021 WWE Draft. It's not uncommon for the company to keep draft choices close to the vest.
Because they decide them like last minute.
Yeah,
right?
I don't see why that fucking matters. I get it to
Yeah.
work, but at the same time, like.
But it's like a lot of
like-
people were like, "Well, I mean, they got drafted on Friday, and now they got to show up on Monday." Where this guy, the insider source, says, in speaking to one of the WWE sources, they defended the company, noting that the moves don't take effect for several weeks, so it wasn't as if someone found out on Saturday that they were now traveling to Raw at the last second. Because they're waiting until after the King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
starts
like
on
normally they're
October
right.
22nd when they start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, like during like this build up, the only people that are crossing over are the big names anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when on Talking Smack they announced like 10 or 15 wrestlers, and those for the majority those wrestlers were already on that show.
Yeah, they're
Like,
gonna. Yeah.
Tony Storm was drafted to SmackDown. Fucking Damian Priest was drafted to Raw. Like
It's
that
like
type of stuff.
it's sometimes it's things like that I'm like, why do people like
fuck
like
wrestling,
like,
dude.
Like fuck those people. Like no one who cares.
Yeah.
Like that's
How do you feel about when like husbands and wives are split up on different bills or different cards? Different shows. Why can't I get this right?
As somebody that like hangs out with their significant other 2 to 3 days a week and like really enjoys like our time together, but we also enjoy like our time apart because we have different hobbies and stuff. Like she doesn't want to watch wrestling for 8 hours. She doesn't want to watch The Sopranos. She doesn't like horror movies.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I don't think I would care that much. Because if we were in it together, then we kind of understand that, like, this was probably going to happen at some point. Like, if you weren't with this company, if you're still doing the indies or whatever,
yeah.
it's just kind of part of the thing. And if you're a big enough name, you get to go home. And you don't got to tour. And, like, you know, so...
Yeah, you got to go home at some time, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the thing, like I equate it to like when we had girlfriends and we were on the road, like that type of thing. You know, like we would date, we'd go out on the road, like, you know.
See, but that, like, I feel like being on the road, at least in my young age, was very unhealthy to have a relationship. I should have never had a girlfriend on the road.
Yeah.
Not that I ever
I was also
cheated.
in a I never did either, but I was also in a very like I remember we were at that one girl's house. I was out back smoking weed with Weatherbox. And my girlfriend at the time called me and was like, I bet you're fucking those two 14-year-old girls. I was like, no, I'm literally smoking. I am FaceTiming you. I'm in the park. I'm out here with AJ and Andrew smoking a joint. She's like, well, you're Andrew. And I'm like, yeah, and his name is also Andrew. Like,
it's tough. Like, I mean, we were all fucking in shit. I mean, I threw a fucking beer bottle across the bar.
oh, yeah. Like,
Didn't break, though.
hey, he
Didn't
doesn't
break.
have to leave. He just can't do that anymore.
Says the man with the gun.
Yes, it's literally a guy that owned a bar that had a gun and a holster on his fucking hip. Like,
He's just a little mad. What?
what? But I mean, like you know, being apart from somebody can be, you know, stressful and like, you know, kind of sucks. But at the same time, like, you know, distance makes the heart grow fonder. You know, like, you know, I was always really.
I don't think WWE has to tell anyone where they're putting them. It's like any sports team. You can get traded on the drop of a dime and be like, your plane ticket's here, figure it out.
Yeah, I think that shit's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
When
like-
you find out, like, I guess I live in this different city
Yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah,
Or
like,
like
fuck?
when you get cut and they're just like, here's your paycheck, here's your bags are already here. Find your way home. Cool, see ya.
That's
Like,
fucking
yeah, like-
crazy.
like-
I was
Like,
watching something.
There's a lot of more fucked up shit in sports than wrestlers not knowing where the fuck they're going. And
Yeah. I guess it could be way worse.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got on here. Kofi Kingston was viewed as a perfect standby champion on WWE Raw brand.
I think he is. I think he's a good standby champion.
Yeah, like he's like you know, I even though him and the Miz like kind of got into the business around the same time, I feel like he's kind of now viewed as like the go-to like guy like the Miz is, or like Jericho was, you know, that type of thing where like he can carry the company on his back.
Yeah, I mean, people love him. I mean, I have no problem with him ever going over for anything.
Yeah, his first title run wasn't great, but I did love the moment of him
Yeah,
winning.
it was a great moment.
It was fucking awesome.
They're saying Walter might
Walter?
Walter, however you pronounce it, that he might be drafted to Raw tonight.
Oh,
Yeah. There's been
Jeff
some
Hardy's
talk
stuck
about
on the
That's
top
quick.
rope.
there's
that's really quick.
oh look, the stream froze. Cool. This is what you get when you don't have cable. There's been some talk about Walter being utilized more beyond NXT UK of late. Sources have told PW Insider over the weekend that he was in the United States currently, so it should be interesting to see if his name comes up during the draft tonight.
I mean, I think he'd be great. He's a Vince type of guy.
He's
big,
a big,
fucking burly
Big, beefy
dude.
boy that
Yeah.
can't, but he doesn't speak English well, and Vince doesn't like that.
He doesn't speak English well?
I'm pretty sure he's like German.
No,
I thought he was English.
I'm pretty sure he's English. You talking about? I mean, he's pretty sure he's like Irish or Scottish or something. He just has a really thick
He's
accent.
an Austrian professional wrestler and trainer.
He definitely speaks English. He just has a weird accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's what
probably
I'm saying.
can't
But like,
understand
you know, like whenever that's why they didn't have like Asuka can speak English
Well,
perfectly
I
fine,
mean-
but like
I don't
or,
know
like-
about that.
I don't know if she speaks it
For example,
fine.
like okay, so for example,
tries.
like Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, like they just recently are like giving them mics and letting them talk, but Vince is like, that's not an American accent. I don't like that.
Well, when Nikki
Well,
Ash,
that's what it appears to me.
well, when Nikki
sound like
Ash
a dog with
talks, I
peanut
don't know what
butter
the
on
hell
the roof
she's
of their
saying.
She's
mouth.
fucking Scottish, dude. We didn't understand anybody over
Well,
there.
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
and I
She
can
talks
say that
slower
because
now.
Yeah.
I am
wonder
of
if somebody
Scottish
said
descent,
something
She's
so I
like
can say
trying
that.
to-
Like, yeah.
I am here for. It's like
I like butterflies and I can fly.
Okay, I'll never forget like when because we drove like overnight there, or like not overnight, but like in the night, and we pulled up to the McDonald's, and the woman was talking to me, and I was like, I don't know. I have no idea what you're saying.
I like how overnight.
Dude, that's the one place we went to. I was like, I don't know what the fuck these people are saying.
That's like when the guy slammed the road case into my hand when I was trying to lift it up.
I remember that.
And I was just like, this motherfucker just broke my hand, blah, blah, blah. And then this dude's just like, don't push your hand when you push your hand. And I was just like, the fuck did you just... And I went full American in a foreign country. And Keegan was like... And then Keegan was like, dude, calm down. He just said don't put your hand where you'd put your wiener. And I was like, why would I lift a road case with my fucking cock? Like,
yeah, I don't get that.
That was interesting.
Yeah, but I also like, if I can just go on a quick tangent real quick, how overnight drives in the UK are like 6 to 8 hours, and that's something we would do on the reg. Like,
yeah, but they would complain after like an hour and a half of driving. They'd be like, we need to stop.
We stopped every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? We have to get to the venue.
Like, oh man, it's been like 30 minutes. Like,
and I'm just like, oh,
too fucking bad.
You know who I miss? You know who I miss the most? John.
John from Birmingham.
John from Birmingham. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's about all I got. News. That's
what's
news.
happening with Hardy right now? Somebody
Austin Theory.
Oh, Austin Theory. Didn't he get in trouble for doing bad stuff?
He got drafted at SmackDown.
Oh
Raw.
yeah. Yeah, but didn't he get in trouble for doing bad boy stuff?
Yeah, I think he said something, did something. He looks like he would fuck up in some way.
Yeah, he looks like a fuck up. He looks like he voted for Trump. But another thing we can talk about is we can talk about how
I mean, I went to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, like you want to do a whole recap? How was that?
I mean, I can summarize it, I guess.
Yeah.
It was fucking packed, which blew my mind.
Because normally when we go, it's like they have whole sections cornered off and stuff. I'm surprised they did it in Baltimore too.
It was supposed to be in New Orleans because the hurricane they moved it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was insane, and it was so loud. Like I thought, like it was.
Oh,
I thought they were pumping in fake crowd noise. That's why I asked you how loud they were.
Dude, it was so loud.
Because I was having troubles with my power, so I was hanging out at Swindle's apartment for a couple hours. We were watching SmackDown, and I was just like, "This is fucking nuts." The other thing too that I noticed, and it was also reported, is that like cities considered like lesser than like for example like Raleigh, North Carolina, like that type of, like not old WWE territories. They just say North Carolina. They just say the state they're in, where like every fucking wrestler came out and was like, Baltimore! What's up, bitches?
They did say Baltimore a lot.
They said Baltimore, and I think because our report came out that Vince said they weren't supposed to say it, so I think that was Vince's way of being like, fuck you. Guys, every time you grab a mic, say Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they were really on it. Heyman said it right away. He was like, something about the people in Baltimore. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
They're bringing it back.
I knew Hit Row was going to get caught up, most because, like, I don't know if anyone knows, but all those guys are from Baltimore.
Oh, I didn't
not
know.
know.
Yeah.
Did they do MCW?
Besides Swerve, but Swerve is from
PA,
like,
yeah.
but he was an MCW. Yeah, I don't know his name, but the guy with the blonde hair in it.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but yeah, he was an MCW. He was part of the like the big what's that team in Ring of Honor? The Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
He was part of the Shane Douglas promotions in
yeah.
MCW, but he got signed to NXT before those guys went to Ring of Honor.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And then the big guy, he played at Maryland. He was a Terp.
Nice.
I knew that. He did that show on A&E.
But they came out.
What's show on A&E?
The Wrestling Archive
Yeah, the road show where they bought the
okay.
artifacts.
Yeah.
Which is a weird choice. I don't know.
But yeah, they came out during the pre-show and were like, "Happy Purple Friday, motherfuckers!" What's up?
What did Pat McAfee say about the Ravens?
Oh, Pat. Yeah, so that
because he does little interludes during the commercials.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing. It was like, it's the Pat McAfee minute, and he just got on in the ring and was just like, "I want the fucking Justin Tucker's house." And like they showed a picture of him and Justin Tucker hanging out, and he was like, "I want the Jimmy's famous seafood."
I think I'm the only person that's like wrestling adjacent that just does not enjoy Jimmy's Famous Seafood. I mean, I probably shouldn't say
Their
that.
food is really good.
I like it.
I mean,
I think
it's
it's pretty damn good.
when I was drunk, it was tolerable, but I think just after playing so many shows there, like with Here's to the Night, like I'm just and like loading in and out of there and just like it's like one of those places that where like unlike the Auto Bar where like we loved playing there because the crew was awesome, the bartenders were awesome, everybody knew your name, you know, that type of thing. Where like Jimmy's Famous Seafood, like there first of all there is no real crew. Like we brought the sound guys and stuff, but they were like,
Well, they're not a real venue.
yeah, no, but they have they have a venue that we play
Sure.
and like stuff, but like at the same time, it's like whenever we played there, they're like, "Can you turn it down?" And we're
Yeah.
just like, "Dude, like you hired us to play a fucking show, like I can't turn. It's all direct."
I like their sushi.
yeah.
I didn't know they had sushi.
Oh, it's fucking
They have-
They
delicious.
have good imperial.
They have like the seafood equivalent
fucking
of like
hungry.
the Double T diner menu, like just 17.
Yeah, they had a huge menu. Yeah.
17 fucking pages laminated back and forth, spiral bound.
I like
but,
Shayna Baszler's intro.
Oh yeah, I
music.
like how they're kind of turning her face, but I mean they turned her face by having her beat up Eva Marie, which nobody likes.
Yeah,
bet
I was
you
also
they're doing it
surprised how
again.
much merch they didn't sell. Like they had a very limited amount of like what you could buy. They had like the Bloodline shirt. They had the
Do they have any Fiend stuff?
no. They had one belt you could buy. They had a
Foam fingies?
no. They had a I was there for the draft shirt.
Dude, I really thought Stone Cold was gonna be there when
'Cause
you
of the-
sent that shirt.
Oh yeah, I have that shirt. It's in my car.
Okay, y'all run down with
I
you,
was
grab it,
talking
yeah.
to Camille. I was like, "We fucking missed it. Stone Cold's gonna be there. I'm gonna miss the glass breaking." And then when he didn't come out, I was like, cool.
It was weird that they had that shirt because they were like, pick up the exclusive Stone Cold Baltimore shirt.
"Why? He
And
wasn't
then-
there."
Yeah, he was. It was.
But
weird.
the thing is that it's just like I feel like people from Baltimore have such a Baltimore pride. Like
What? Dana
like yes,
Brooke
our
back.
city is kind of shitty and like you know it's like the third most violent city in America, but at the same time, like if it's got Baltimore or Old Bay or Maryland on it, somebody's gonna buy it.
We
Like,
got some pride behind
yeah.
us.
So
This is
so
gonna be
other
a
than that,
weird
like
fucking
anything
match.
else happen?
I mean, the draft.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I think the big thing was Brock showing up. That was
Oh yeah, that was
huge.
and him just being like, "I'm a free." Do they still show the backstage stuff on the big screen? Like when they're doing like the backstage interviews, do they still show those on the
Yeah.
Jumbotron? Okay, so you saw him being like, "I'm a free agent. I can
Yeah.
do whatever I want." Like, also, it's like
He's doing really well without Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I like it.
Love this
Yeah.
new Brock. I also missed the Brock party when he had like
Yeah.
I didn't
The
like when he won the
box.
Money in the Bank, but when he had like the Brock box, like I was just like, this is awesome. But Brock, I might become a Brock Lesnar fan. I don't like him as a person, but I like him as a character. But the other thing too is I was gonna say something. Fuck. So another thing I want to bring up is that like Roman Reigns was like, Jimmy and Jay, you have to go to Raw and tell them that you're staying with SmackDown. It's like, motherfucker, that's why you have a lawyer. Like, that's why you have Paul Heyman. Or didn't they send Paul Heyman to Raw to be like, Jimmy and Jay are staying on SmackDown? or
None of
something?
it really made sense when it came to that.
Yeah, I was just
because
like, the fuck
I think
Jimmy and
what
Jay
they're
weren't
hinting
drafted
at
yet.
is that they're gonna split up very soon.
Yeah. I also like that, I like
Hopefully.
that Hurt Business is back.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wish they just would have never broken them up in the first place, but because I probably would have liked Bobby Lashley more as the champion if he had the heaters around him, you know?
I feel like that's something that AEW does really well is the stables. Like
I think too many
There's
stables.
too many.
There's too
stables.
many, but at the same time, they do them very well. Oh, you know what we need to talk about? Arn and his Glock.
Oh, correct. I totally missed that promo, so when everybody was talking about it in the group chat, I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's interesting.
Arn spelled backwards is NRA, baby. But
That's what he should have said.
but he was just like, you're the type like Cody, you're a fucking loser. Like, if you got carjacked, you would get out and be like, yes, please. And then Arn Anderson would be like, I put my Glock to his head and I pull the trigger and spill his brains all over the concrete. I was just like, what? Like,
It's pretty cool, though. What a promo.
Yeah.
I mean, he really fucking went viral.
Excuse me, did you say promo or bromo? Because I feel like
Bromo.
that was a bromo.
It definitely came out as bromo.
Bromo. What is
Yeah.
that, a bro promo?
Yeah, it's like a really cool promo. It's like a bromo.
I like
that's,
it.
That's entering the lexicon along with 1.25 speed. If you're doing something
1.25
too
speed.
quickly, it's 1.25 speed. But the other, I mean, that was cool. Draft is cool. Did anything happen? Like, didn't you have a story? Do you not want to talk about it?
I mean, it's not really a story.
It was just an incident that
I mean, I
occurred?
didn't yell at the guy or fight the guy.
Yeah.
I just told the guy that he's an idiot.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, so Nick had a run-in with
A smart mark.
a mark at the bar, but I guess I would be a mark too, so I can't really say it. But
I mean, I can't get into it.
It's fine.
I
It's
guess
fine.
you should always know who you're talking to when it comes to wrestling.
No, I wasn't. The only reason he got on my nerves is because my friend told him that I was a wrestler.
Okay.
So then he
Stop.
tried to be like all cool about stuff, and I was like, "Well, that's not that true."
He starts using like lingo and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and you're
it was
just like,
just annoying.
yeah, just shut the fuck up. Like the only lingo I use is kayfabe, shoot, and that's about it. Like just like the common terms ones. But worked yourself into a shoot, brother. Like like that type of stuff. I will say though, I am 100% looking at going to Survivor Series because tickets are
Yeah, I mean-
$56.
It's in Brooklyn, and that venue is cool.
You went to You went
Yeah,
to
I went to
like,
the NXT at Barclay.
did you have the nosebleed seats, and how were they?
I was in the 200 section, but I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, that venue is the way. I mean, it's built for basketball, and so anywhere you sit, you're basically looking right over top of it.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I don't think there's a bad seat there.
I feel like like hockey and wrestling wise, I feel like my favorite venue is the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, because it was built as a hockey arena, so the seats are just a little bit wider, and like to fit us overweight dudes that like to armchair tell 19-year-old Russian boys how to throw a fucking rock across ice. Oh, here we go. We got draft picks coming on.
With Rollins to Raw, so I guess he's going with Becky. But they haven't switched the belts yet. I wonder when they're going to do that. Because Charlotte has the Raw. Becky has SmackDown. We have draft.
We got
King Nakamura and Boogs drafted to SmackDown. There we go. I like that.
Yeah, I like that pairing. But they're already on SmackDown.
they're already on
right?
SmackDown. They're just
Oh,
staying
I thought
there.
they were on Raw. My bad.
Nah, because Pat McAfee does that thing where he stands on the table.
Oh yeah, he does the yeah. I was telling Brian earlier. I was like, I miss when they used to draft the commentators too, and like break. Because
Oh yeah.
I would love Pat McAfee on Raw with like Corey Graves and who's the other dude that everybody dunks on? Fuck, what's his name?
Damian Priest Raw. Nothing changed.
Yeah, Raw announced team 2021.
gonna
Sorry,
do
sorry.
one
I know
more?
it's dead air. It's fucking.
No,
but-
I have a little gripe. Not a gripe, but I don't think that WWE needs to keep doing the draft like the NFL does the draft. Like, do your own thing. I miss like when it was like almost like randomized and it was like the slot machine thing. It was like and then it was like
yeah.
someone's picture just popped up.
Don't tell me you're like picking them. Like it's not believable to me that Sonya Deville is in the position she's in. Like I don't
or
get
Adam Pearce,
Yeah.
It's like because they're not
I always forget that guy's name. That's
they're
why
not-
I didn't say it.
authority figures, but they are.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
it's just
They're not commissioners, but they're
like I get the idea, but it just comes off weird. Like if like Stephanie came out and did it,
Yeah.
Oh, Sheamus to SmackDown. Okay, that's big. Yeah. Okay.
That's
we
the
got
one
two-
change?
and
Or
Seth Rollins. Raw.
Seth Rollins the Raw.
Yeah. So those are two things, and now we got.
Dana Brooke,
Dana-
Shayna Baszler.
Man, I feel like Dana Brooke. I mean, she got a bad rap, but I mean, I always enjoyed when she came out and did stuff. Like she's just. I
It's
feel
good
like
to
she's
see
a
her on
better
the-
she's a better comedy wrestler, in my opinion, than like like when they were like Ric Flair can't be at ringside and she came out dressed up in Ric Flair's when she was like mini Charlotte. I love that whole gimmick. Like,
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but yeah, Byron Saxton is
Byron
what I'm saying.
Saxton.
Like Pat McAfee sticking up for Byron Saxton against Corey Graves, I feel like that'd be great.
I forgot all about Byron Saxton.
He still
I
exists.
can't believe he's still employed.
Yeah, he doesn't really
Fucking
talk
crazy.
that much, honestly. And then you have, what would Jimmy Smith and Michael Cole be like? Like, it's like Jimmy Smith is just like a more bland Michael Cole. Like,
I don't know. This is a interesting match.
Yeah, I don't really think anything exciting is going to happen in this draft, except for some call-ups. I think that's kind of maybe the big thing here is the call-ups.
Yeah.
Who else do you think is going to be called up?
I don't know.
Oh, I think they're gonna call up like I think they're gonna call up Gargano, even though he's not really on screen right now. Like, I feel like they could pull, like, I feel like Dexter Lumis could be a good call up, like, for that type of stuff. Like, I mean, I also personally like Dexter Lumis and his whole character. There you go. Okay, match is already over. There you go. You got timestamps going on over there? Like, what's going on? Like,
We're at 8:47. I bet that was a 5-minute match.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah, so, I mean, Raw's cool. I mean, that's all I can really say. I don't really watch it that.
I mean, Raw hasn't been very good.
The 90-minute recaps truly made me read.
It got good for a couple weeks, and then it went back to being lame.
Yeah, but those 90
Yeah.
minutes, like, this match probably won't be on there, or they'll cut it off, like, halfway or something like that. Like, they just show the exciting shit, and I'm just like, okay, this is all I really
I don't mind shit like this because it helps
build characters.
build
yeah.
Shayna, right? Which is
Yeah.
fine. I just don't like the fucking campy, stupid bullshit they pull all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if she's about to fuck her up, I wonder if somebody else is going to come out. Nope. She's just going to break her fucking arm.
Mandy Rose gets called up.
Oh,
Yeah, here you go.
are you right?
Oh, it's Dewdrop. Okay, there you go.
And I don't care anymore.
Yep. This is where you lost me.
Okay, well, thanks for watching / listening. Bye, guys.
Dewdrop, I'd like to help somebody else.
Yeah.
She's sticking up for the good guy.
Her character when
Or
she
is
was
Dewdrop getting a heel turn?
when Dewdrop was Piper Niven, or when she was Viper Niven in ICW, that character was like, she was just like she was like the female Kevin Owens. It was like great. Now they're just like, hey, like you're a little happy-go-lucky Scottish girl, or like, you know, hey, Officer McGreary. Like, that's Irish as fuck. I don't know.
This is just fucking weird. I don't think I've
Go for it. Just let it
I
out.
just don't think Dewdrop should have been on the main roster, and I think that Eva Marie shit should have been done, and maybe she went back to developmental for a little bit because it just doesn't feel like it's ready.
Yeah. Like,
Not that she's not ready, but the character is not ready.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's fully fleshed out.
I
Fully
hate it.
flashlight.
It's
Flashlight.
terrible.
Flesh
for me.
lighted. Oh, here we go. Paul Heyman and the SmackDown Tag Team Champs. Did you know that the backstage interviewers cannot be taller than wrestlers?
I did hear
so
that.
that's why they have. That's why he did that weird spider crawl in, like, when he did that, like,
sneaks into the frame.
yeah, like, when, you know what I'm talking about, when he was like, do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, makes him look larger than
Yeah,
life.
It's
they
like a
need to look.
jockey.
Could you
bigger.
imagine him interviewing fucking Adam Cole, who's an inch shorter than me, and I also think I'm a pretty short guy, like I'm 5'8", but like him just being like,
I like that they have people walking around in the background now, because before it was like, do you really believe that nobody else is back there?
Just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, they always just have it on like a hallway that nobody's walking down.
even the wrestling games have people just randomly hanging
That's
out
true,
on
they
stage,
do.
like, you know, and you just talk to him, and it's like Mark Hammer's like, really liked your match, kid, and you're just like, okay, cool, thank you.
Ooh, I gotta mention that real quick. Mark Henry is terrible on commentary on
Oh,
AEW.
he's already been.
Well, he's not on commentary. He's backstage now.
Yeah, but
Still shit.
Yeah.
What happened?
He was one of the commentators for Rampage, and that was like a big deal. And then he was on it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then they're like, "Okay, you're a backstage interviewer now," because he either didn't talk, or when he did talk, it was nonsense.
Now he just does the interviews with the people in the main event before the main event. Like, he has one little slot where he's like, "How do you feel about this match?" And that's fucking it. It's so awkward.
Do you remember when I had my Hall of Pain? Like, you know, it's just like, dog, like, come on,
Just
man.
wrestle. I think he should have another, stint in wrestling.
I would-
before you.
I did enjoy when him and Big Show would go at it, just two big monstrous men just slapping bodies, like, just breaking rings and shit. It was just fucking awesome.
Monstrous.
Yeah, just Vince McMahon. That's good shit.
We're at about an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
so if
I'm-
anybody would like to chime in with anything else,
well, I'm going to Survivor Series. Are you guys coming?
probably not. Depending on when it is, November something.
November 21st.
That's pretty far off. I could probably make it happen.
I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
We taking the bus,
No. I would like to. We could.
train.
It'd be cool to like go up, get like a Airbnb or like a hotel, stay there for like the weekend, that type
Probably
of
have
thing.
to book
See
it
like the NXT
soon.
stuff. Because my whole goal is like I want to do the Big Four. I've never been to the Big Four.
Well, this one will do the big four for me.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be it.
And
yeah.
it'll finish it off.
The other
Guess
thing
you
I
got
want to
to.
do, I was talking to Becky. I was like, before I turn 40, I want to do the Big Four for both companies in 1 year.
Good fucking luck.
Good luck.
And just be like, just do Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam, and then do. I at least want to go to at least one all out. Like I think that would be fun. But
Thought we went to one.
no, we went to Full Gear,
No.
which is knocked one of those out, so that's cool. But I want to do I also want to go on the Chris Jericho cruise,
Oh, dude, I would do a wrestling cruise. That would be sick.
Rock and Rager at Sea. They still got cabins available, but not with this COVID shit going on.
Yeah.
Especially with our recent scares and stuff. But
Man, we've had why we haven't been on this show lately is because we had COVID. Two of us don't have their cars anymore.
yeah,
It's been a lot.
Been a thing.
yeah.
so-
What else happened?
Thanks for chiming in on this
But
episode.
yeah, hopefully next week we'll do a draft.
I'd
do a
like to
draft.
do a draft again.
Yeah, we'll
That was
we'll
fun.
do another draft.
And then let me see. So now here's the thing, because we normally do like the draft into a pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view is the Crown Jewel,
Yeah,
which I am not watching.
I say we do into Survivor Series.
Okay, so do
Let's
like
do
a
it. That's
2
a
month,
while.
like a 2 month one. Like keep. I feel like I can
Because
take
I don't think Crown Jewel.
Escape the Undertaker's coming to Netflix.
tomorrow.
Oh, the game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like a choose your own adventure
Yeah.
type shit. No, thank you.
Sorry.
No, but I feel like with like it made me enjoy watching wrestling again, and like just how all of us were like in the group chat like blowing it up and talking shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also want to be draped in brass, baby.
Yeah,
want my
maybe we'll
ring
get
back.
another belt made for the
Yeah.
drafters.
Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about it. TBS belt, TBS championship. This is a female version of the TNT championship is coming.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They're getting and then the trios titles.
That's cool.
Trios titles are
Yeah.
imminent. I know you're not into 6-man. Are you into 6-man?
I don't like the 6-man
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I think I don't fuck with the elite, but I fuck with the Super Click because I fuck with Adam Cole. Like so.
I do like Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Baby.
This match I could not care less about. And on that note, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
You
to
guys
say.
got anything to plug? Nick, you got any matches coming up or anything?
Yeah. I got 2 matches coming up.
What?
Yeah.
When?
October 16th in I believe it's West Virginia, somewhere in West Virginia, Morgantown, I think.
Huh.
That's
And
not too far away. It's
No,
like
and
3 or
then
4 hours.
November, I believe it's. Look it up.
The Beefalo Bob's one.
Yeah, another one in Beefalo Bob's.
ACW.
I'll wear my mask this time. I'll come.
Yeah.
I also won't be drinking fucking. I also, by the way, not a big deal or anything, but I recently quit drinking. It's pretty cool.
It's a big deal.
I've enjoyed it. I never really had a problem like alcoholism wise, but like I didn't wake up and be like I need a fucking beer, but
I did.
but at the same time like I would binge drink, and that was a problem where it was just like once I started drinking I couldn't stop, and but I mean I'll still go to the fucking bar and hang out,
Yeah, you
That's
don't
what-
have to drink.
when I was
It's a wrestling
when I-
show, not a
Yeah,
drinking
so November
competition.
what?
Oh yeah.
We're at a fucking AA meeting right now.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
My name is Andrew. I'm not an alcoholic. Upcoming events. Here we go. 11/14.
That's the 14th of November. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's when it is. October
Yep.
16th and November 14th.
Yeah, October
Yes.
16th is Hub City Showdown. Leadersburg Pike, Hagerstown,
Oh, in
Maryland.
Hagerstown. All right.
Yeah, so that's even better. my favorite wrestling guy, the Maryland Athletic Commission, will be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Pat.
Yeah, and then yeah, so Survivor Series is gonna be cool. Not gonna watch Crown Jewel because it comes on at like 3 in the afternoon, and right now is my busy time at work. So get
Yeah,
off until 6.
I don't care about Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not watching wrestling.
I don't
at
need
3
no blood
o'clock.
money.
Yeah. You said it. Not
I
me.
did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody got any more
Nope.
pops or anything?
Oh yeah, I'm excited for the
Next week.
draft
Yeah,
I
I think
think-
that's gonna be fun.
because there's gonna be a lot of new people. Like they're pushing a lot of different things now, so it'll be cool.
And
Yeah.
I won't be able to guess a lot of the shit.
Yeah.
And
like,
that one website that we used with all the rosters will be updated. I think they.
Oh, that's true. Because like we don't really even know what the storylines are gonna be leading up, so it's gonna be a free for all.
And then that's why I've been playing with this die. We're gonna do another die roll.
Cool.
And then, or what we could do is, Nick, since you won, you could go first, and we could do something
oh,
else.
I like
don't know.
that Yahtzee rules.
Well, why don't we do like actual draft rules? Loser picks first.
Oh, is
Swindle.
that the actual draft rules?
Yeah, so that would be you.
Yeah, like the last place team gets the first
I'm a
round pick.
winner at heart, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we both were winners. That pay-per-view, man. Nick,
That
the
was
whole,
rough. He
Nick-
just cleaned
Nick
up
was just
the
like Nick was
pay-per-view.
just cruising by, just like a couple of points here, there, everywhere, and then the pay-per-view came, and Nick and I were just like battling it out the whole time, and you're just like, "Fuck, man." Like,
I thought I had some like cool little picks that would have helped me win, but then I totally forgot that like the pay-per-view is what matters. Like the end result's pretty big.
yeah, and also since Survivor Series is like 2 months away, we're not even gonna know like what's going on. Like we did it for 2 weeks, and then I still have the template and everything, so super
We'll
easy.
rock and roll.
Yeah, and they're gonna have like the crazy like 6-man matches too. So
That's where the
or
points.
the 8-man. What is it? What is it at?
It's an 8-man, 8 or 10-man.
I think it's 5. Yeah, it's a 5-on-5,
Yeah,
right?
it's 10-man. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna-
So there's a lot of peoples.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
And
in.
then it also goes, and then the draft goes through King of the Ring, which also is a specialty match.
Oh,
consider. Yeah. So
We got
All
a
right,
lot.
we got a lot. All right,
got a lot of wrestling to watch.
We got a
but-
lot of studying to do.
Yeah. So
We'll see you next
AWJ
week.
Lightning's coming for it. We're coming for the number
1.25
one
speed.
rating spot. Should we cut promos for our things?
Sure.
Go for it.
I mean, for social media, for content.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen,